Meet Intel Arc B. Battlemage exists. Intel is actually still making GPUs. I know, it's crazy. I thought they'd given up as well. But no. No, apparently not. This game is garbage. Funko games. We love those. Is this the frame rate that'll run at on this GPU? Like 3 FPS? Yakuza! Yes, Throne and Liberty. That's an interesting choice of games to include. Wow, I'm sure the devs are very happy about that. I like Purple Arc sticker. I think it's a cool sticker.
Hi, I'm Vivian Lian, and I lead the GPU business at Intel, which is one of the largest providers of GPUs in the world.
She's not technically wrong. Okay? She's not technically wrong. Yes, iGPUs count. Also, there's only like 5 companies that make GPUs that are big companies. So yes, if we're talking about discrete GPUs, you're smaller than NVIDIA, smaller than Qualcomm, smaller than AMD. Maybe 4th. I'll give you 4th. Oh, Apple also has their M1 Silicon. So, yeah, 5th. I think 5th is fair.
Hundreds of millions of GPUs over the years. Intel Arc Graphics has turbocharged our GPU offerings from built-in cores all the way to our discrete GPU family.
Okay, yes. Yes, she's counting the built-in cores. Okay. Sure, if that's how you're counting them, yes. I guess Intel is one of the biggest GPU providers.
Today, I'm excited to introduce Battlemage, or Intel Arc B series, our new discrete GPU family.
I'm very happy they're still using the gaming terms. I'm very happy about that. Battlemage.
Our vision for Battlemage starts with gaming and embraces AI. It's designed for modern games, including ray tracing and other advanced technologies. And
AMD! Come on, guys! Come on, let's go! I don't give a shit about ray tracing, but AMD, come on! It's about time!
It delivers segment-leading performance at $249. To show you what Intel Arc B series
what was that?
Performance at $249.
Did she just randomly say the price without a graphic?
To show you what Intel Arc B series is capable of, here's my good friend, Tom Peterson.
Thanks, Vivian.
Hi, Tom.
Well, it is a big day for all of us here, and I'm excited to share the work
Intel
of our
fellow. This just means like Intel guy. just some dude we found that works at Intel.
Engineering teams over the past few years, bringing Battlemage to life.
Mm-hmm.
But before we can get a real sense of what Battlemage is and what we've built, we need to start by looking at modern gaming, which is why we built it.
Which is cool.
Ray tracing plays a key role in improving the visual quality in games. It more closely models the way light interacts with its environment, and it delivers near photorealistic effects. Today,
I honestly, if you ask me, I actually do think ray tracing makes a lot of games look worse. We don't need photorealistic light. I know it's like a thing that a lot of companies want to do, but like, I just don't care about ray tracing.
Real-time ray tracing is becoming standard and integrated into many
we don't know
AAA
why.
titles,
I think we pay him.
RoboCop Rogue City, which we're showing here. What really jumps out at me is the reflections. You can see them on the ground. They're much more realistic. Game developers are upping visual quality in their in-game assets. Just a few generations ago, 4 gigabytes of graphics memory was sufficient. But today, higher quality assets require more space, and 8 gigabytes or more.
Yeah, higher quality assets that in a lot of cases you can't tell the difference on. Yeah, true.
More is now required. You can see this, for example, in Assassin's Creed Mirage, where ultra texture settings show all the details of the city. And of course, performance requirements have gone up. As resolution increases from 1080p to 1440p, we need to render 78.
Yeah, but what is the numbers? Let's see Steam hardware survey. Does anyone I don't actually know what the percentage of people that care about 1440p are. I know for a long time they just didn't give a shit. Where is the graph? Resolution. Okay, here's the graph. So 55%, it's gone down a little bit. Just a little bit. 55% 1080p, 19.75, 2560 by 1440. You've had a lot of raises in... there's been a lot of raises in ultra-wide. This is another ultra-wide. And a little bit of a raise in 4K. What are these raises in... What are these raises in sub 20... Are there some ThinkPad players starting to get up on Steam? What are these people? This is, that's Steam Deck. I don't know what the hell these are. There's not laptops that are still being sold sub 1080p, are there? Surely not. Surely not. This is 16 by 10, I believe. Oh! That would make sense. I don't know the resolution of a lot of those handhelds. That actually could be what some of those are. This is a weird one. I have no idea what this is. 1680 by 1050? I don't know what that is.
8% more pixels.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, today we deploy real-time
Fortnite?
AI to push performance up. This is Fortnite, which is using XeSS, our upscaling technology, to deliver a smooth 1440p experience.
Yep. Except it's not 1440p, it's upscaled. Shut up. Please, can we stop pretending like upscaling is the actual resolution? It's not. It looks worse. There is noticeable issues, especially with distant objects and moving objects. Can we just stop pretending?
We see the same trends that Steam shows. Gamers are demanding higher fidelity and higher resolution displays, and
Steam hardware No? No, you're just lying. What? Wait. Steam hardware... Maybe it went down 5%. Hold up. Steam hardware survey... So what is he saying? That's according to September. Okay. So right now in the... Is this the November survey? Yeah, this is the November survey. So right now it was... down, and it's 20%. So let me actually see. Because this might be one of those charts where they just straight up lie. Also, why are you using the chart from 2 months ago? You made this presentation like a day ago. Well, this presentation released a day ago. Okay, here is from September. We're looking at the archive in October. Have you seen the information about the 540 Hz monitors? I haven't, but they sound stupid. I am not able to tell a difference above 165, but also I'm old. Okay, if you use numbers... I guess they didn't want to use the numbers from this month, because their graph would look wrong. It would go, woo!
now have a preference for 1440p monitors. Summarizing, the modern gaming experience has evolved more than you might expect. Now we need realistic lighting, detailed graphics, and high-performance, high-resolution gaming. That's why we built Battlemage, using our new XE2 architecture. It uses our second-generation ray tracing unit, delivering 26% faster performance, and we support up to 12 gigabytes of graphics memory. In addition, we have powerful built-in AI engines called XMX to accelerate games, as well as generate content. The compute engine of Battlemage is
Did you
our
just say
second-
compute? I want to hear that again.
as well as generate content. The compute
I am so fucking brain rotted.
to accelerate games as well as generate content. The compute
Not the compute.
engine of Battlemage is our second generation XE core.
Okay.
It delivers 70% more performance per core and is more power efficient. So what does all that tech deliver? The short answer is
good question.
performance. At 1440p Ultra, you can see that we are delivering great results across modern titles. But even
I really want to see actual real benchmarks here, not industry benchmarks. Like, we need to know what CPU this is running. We need to know what settings this is running. It says 1440p Ultra, but these different games have definitions of Ultra. Yeah.
even so, we see that some games still need a little help. That's where XeSS comes in. It's a super sampling technology using AI to push up performance even higher. XeSS renders natively at low resolution, then
Yeah,
uses
it's upscaling.
AI to
Yeah.
scale up the image with high visual quality. Using our XMX AI engines, this significantly improves performance.
Yeah, I bet rendering at a lower resolution and then upscaling it raises the performance. Who would have thought?
Here on the left, we're running Fortnite at 1440p Ultra with ray tracing enabled and delivering 35 FPS native. On the right,
You can't run Fortnite at 1440p Ultra on these cards?
we've enabled XeSS, and we're doubling performance.
That seems like a problem.
XeSS was introduced back in 2022 with the launch of Intel Arc A series, and since then, we've had strong adoption. And to date, we have more than 150 titles that implement XeSS.
Wow.
It's clear how AI improves performance for XeSS. Across implemented titles, we see performance.
Are we no longer using true resolution post 1080p? Yeah, for the most part. A lot of games where they talk about 4K resolution, they're talking about upscaled 4K. Yeah, 4K I think native 4K is dead. I genuinely think that we're not going to see native 4K until the gaming industry goes through a fucking collapse and we stop trying to upscale everything. We actually go back and start optimizing games again.
Jump by more than 70%. For example, in games like Cyberpunk 2077 or Ghostwire Tokyo. And when you look at more demanding titles, games with ray tracing enabled, you'll see XeSS really come into its own. The more complex frames are, the more they benefit from XeSS.
Wow.
With Battlemage,
Who would have thought,
we're pushing-
who would have thought that rendering at a low resolution and then upscaling is going to give you effect? I want AA games back. Well, don't worry, Ren. Don't worry. It's only 1 day and 14 hours. Don't worry. There's only 38 hours left until we get our good AA game. Again, I will have Twitch drops enabled, so any PoE players want those, feel free to have that enabled on your side as well. Have your account connected.
deeper into AI acceleration for gaming. Our original XeSS technology increased the quality and the resolution of rendered images, which we called super resolution, or SR for short.
Remember when super resolution meant like MSAA? That was fun. When we actually like took the base resolution and then we rendered above the resolution of the monitor and then scaled back down. Will it work on Linux? They've been testing it on Steam Deck, so I don't see why it wouldn't. You're not gonna stop until I play PoE, are you? No, I'm just gonna stream it. If you wanna play it, hey, that's cool. Otherwise, if the early access is paid, but it will be free in like a couple of months when the early access is done.
Now we're adding a new technique to XeSS, which we call FrameGen, or FG for short. With FrameGen, instead of increasing the quality of an image like XeSS SR, we're creating new frames between existing frames.
I hate the state of the game industry. I fucking hate the state of the game industry. Upscaling, magical fake frames. Can we go back to actually rendering games properly. That'll be so nice. Just play games that are like 4 or 5 years old and buy whatever the current GPU is, then you can actually play them properly.
Dramatically improving gaming smoothness. These two technologies can work together as I'm showing here.
Yeah, they can.
We start off with XeSS SR doing its thing, upscaling images and delivering high quality.
Yeah, the problem you have is you have game developers who are relying on this tech. So now you have GPU manufacturers who are trying to improve the tech, which causes game developers to rely on the tech more, and it's this Ouroboros of suck. I miss when games could run on garbage computers. It was nice.
Performance. XeSS FG is taking in those high-res images along with rich information from the game engine. Then a dual AI network generates a frame that dramatically improves performance. You can see
the cost of increasing latency and makes the game feel gross to play. Yes.
Here, the frames are coming through XeSS SR. They're going into XeSS FG, and the generated frame, which is the red one, pops out.
Well, yeah,
For
I've seen
more
NVIDIA
details,
conference
check
before.
our video out on our deep dive of
It's
XeFG.
just
Here you
NVIDIA
can
stack.
see
Yeah.
XeFG in action on F124. On the left, we're showing you the gameplay with native renderer. In the middle, we turn on XeSS SR, and performance obviously increases. But the magic happens when we turn on XeSS FG, and we get to our final delivered performance increase of 3x. Performance is not the only thing that matters in games, though. We also want low latency. To address that, we've developed a new technology that we call Xe Low Latency, or XeLL for short. When integrated into a game, XeLL reduces the delay between a user's interaction and when they'll see that interaction on the screen. It works both by sampling input at the right time and reducing the downstream buffering of frames.
I love how okay, so I love the Rube Goldberg machine of video game rendering just to make it so we can render games the way we used to render them. It's like, yes, let's upscale from a lower resolution and generate fake frames to make things run faster, and then have another network that then is predicting your movement and injecting your movement into the network to ensure your frames match what you're trying to do in the game. This fucking industry.
Here again is F124, and you can see on the left-hand side we're running stock, but latency is around 40 milliseconds. On the right-hand side, we've enabled XeLL, and we reduced the latency to 20 milliseconds, which is a 50% reduction in latency.
Yeah, but what is the latency when you're running that full stack on top of Xe? What the fuck they called it?
Lower latency means lower lag and more responsive gameplay.
Lower latency means lower lag, boys. Who would have ever thought?
For more details, check out our breakout video.
He's not showing it. Okay, I call bullshit right now. So what he showed is native versus native with the lower latency thing. He's not showing native versus the full stack with the latency thing. I guarantee the full stack with the latency thing is way worse than native. Fuck off. Do not think you can trick me by showing these numbers in like a misleading way.
On XeLL. All three of these technologies make better gaming through AI and software.
Do they now?
Together, they are XeSS2. XeSS2 is going to be available in upcoming games, including F124, Marvel Rivals, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, with more to come. XeSS SR and XeSS
How much
FG
did Ubisoft pay them to mention Shadows?
rely on our XMX AI engines. These hardware blocks are designed to accelerate the math that AI relies upon, which means that they're good for more than gaming. As a matter of fact, many AI applications can be accelerated using these engines. Gen AI is one of those applications. Using text, images, or even sound as an input, AI can generate new content based on patterns it's learned from data. To help our users understand AI more generally, we've built an application to make accessing common generative AI easy and local to your PC. We call it AI Playground, and it's an open source project. So let's take a look.
Okay,
Let's imagine
let's look.
that you want to generate content to help me launch a new GPU, for example. I know I need a generative AI model, so I'll just download a popular model called Flux.1, designed by Black
Hentai Anime Girl Generator. Why are they targeting AI when these cards will not be high-end? Because they have their AI cores in them, that's why.
Forest Labs. It uses 12 billion parameters to understand how
wow,
to generate
12 billion.
an image
That's
from
a lot.
text. And in our UI, all we need to do is enter my text prompt. Battlemage.
This is just a generic GUI for. It's just a generic GUI over a model. This is nothing that crazy. This GUI was thrown together by an intern. I guarantee it.
Crashing a party with a sea of tiny green dragons wearing leather jackets. Then I click generate, and AI makes my new marketing material, and I'm done. Good night, everybody. It's been great. Nah, you know I'm just kidding. If you know me, I'm kidding. But AI Playground does much more.
Did they plan that around having a studio audience? Because that with no noise, with no response to that, like it's just a bad joke.
Details, watch our deep dive video that's available. Now let's dive into product details.
Okay.
And for that, I'll bring up my buddy Chi, leading our product team.
Chi! Was this AI generated? What is this music? The music is AI gen? Probably.
We're all very excited
Chi.
about XeSS2 and AI Playground. Thanks, Tap. There are two models.
Senior Director Product... Okay, this is a real guy. This is someone who knows what he's talking about.
Of the Intel Arc B series. The B580 features 20 Xe cores paired with 12 gigabytes of memory, and the B570 has 18...
I want Steve to benchmark this thing. Don't worry. I guarantee they already have cards over at Gamers Nexus.
Xe cores paired with 10 gigabytes of memory. We chose a stealth black look for our limited edition card. Our engineers have designed this card to be quieter and more efficient than ever.
Okay.
The circuit board is designed to reduce component noise by 80%, and it's packed into a smaller area that clears the way for more and quieter airflow.
That's cool.
Paired with a new fan and significantly lower power, the B580 limited edition runs at half the noise level of our previous generation limited edition cards. We also cranked up the performance. Our peak clock is 2850 megahertz.
I don't remember anyone talking about them being loud, so that's sure they're quieter than they already were.
Higher frequencies than ever. All this makes Arc B580
I'm sorry, what was that?
the megahertz edition cards. We also cranked up the performance. Our peak clock is 2850 megahertz, hitting higher frequencies than ever.
I hope the new card is faster than the old card. Yes, thank you.
All this makes Arc B580 the fastest and quietest card we've ever built.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, this is the fastest gaming CPU on the planet. Next generation. This is the fastest gaming CPU on the planet. Next generation. This is the fastest gaming CPU on the planet. Yeah, I fucking hope your new card is faster than your old card. Thank you. Yeah, that's sort of what I expected for a new product launch.
And our board partners will benefit from all this hard work. I'm sure you want to know more about gaming performance.
No, remember, okay. Let me show you. I'm talking about the, when the 7800 X3D came out, and then the 9800 X3D came out, and you got the exact same, let me get, fastest gaming CPU in the world, 7800 X3D. It's the best gaming CPU on the planet. Let's just change that to 9800. The fastest gaming PC build. The fastest gaming CPU in the world. Is there one from LTT? One's okay. They didn't call it the fastest, but it's basically the same title. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, no shit. The new chip is the fastest chip. Monster to Rise. Okay, sure. Random edition. What fun games do we have here? Dragon's Dogma 2 is still at the fucking bottom. This game is still absolutely cooked. Ghost of Tsushima with X really barely hit 60 with... This is not that much faster than the old card. On the high end, it certainly seems like... Yeah, when you're spamming XESS, definitely. At least from their benchmarks, it doesn't look like that big of a jump.
On average, the B580 is 24% faster than the previous generation A6.
Is it worth getting a 5800 X3D or upgrading to AM5? Honestly, I would just upgrade all the way. If you have the money, sure. If you don't, obviously, yeah, hold off. But like, if you have the money to just jump ahead like 3 generations instead of just 1, yeah, I would do that.
750 at 1440p, and much more in some games, like up to 78% faster in Fortnite. So now let's bring it back to the beginning. Realistic lighting and detailed graphics running at 1440p are the new experiences that define modern gaming. So of course, Intel Arc B series can do 1440p ray tracing when your old cards can't. Remember when you could get a good graphics card for $250?
That was nice.
Doubled the performance at that price point and added all the latest tech so you could crank it up. I know you have many other...
It's not going to be a hard hitter, but if they actually have a good card at a good price, like a good mid-range card, I think a lot of people will buy them.
GPU options, but the Arc B580 wins in value. The B580 is 25% better performance per dollar than our competition, while also packing enough memory to handle highly detailed environments and newer games.
I want to actually see proper benchmarks. Because if this card actually does perform better and is cheaper, I think they actually have the ability to get into the mid-range market. I do think it's possible.
Simply put, there's no better bang for your gaming buck.
Assuming it doesn't have severe issues like the old ones had with games prior to DX11, where they were using basically like DXVK internally.
So that you can find the perfect design, we're excited to be joined by more partners than ever.
That's good.
In addition to Acer, ASRock, Ganeer, and Sparkle, Onyx and Maxon join the Arc family to help bring the B series to more gamers.
Okay.
These cards are shipping out to retailers as we speak.
Wow. Okay.
Now let's bring Vivian back to tell you more about how to get one.
You go to a store and buy one.
Thanks, G. Intel Arc B series is the perfect upgrade for gamers. Battlemage delivers leading performance per dollar and great 1440p gaming experiences with XeSS2, Xe low latency, second generation ray tracing engines, and XMX AI acceleration. As Chi mentioned, we are launching 2 GPUs, Arc B580 and B570. Starting December 13th, Arc B580 limited edition from Intel and partner designs will be available starting
for like
at
next week.
$249. And on January 16th, Arc B570 will be available from board partners starting at $219.
They didn't really talk about B570 a lot. I'm curious to see where this one actually is positioned.
Today is a very big day for us at Intel, and I want to thank the thousands of engineers and team members who together delivered Battlemage. We can't wait to see it in the hands of gamers.
I'm curious. I really want to see what this thing actually does with like real benchmarks with real systems. That's not like a marketing piece. And I want to see it without just XeSS. I want to see what this thing actually does with like rendering games properly. Anyway, here is the link. I'm gonna end it off there. And then we'll be back tomorrow. Gamers Nexus has a review out, do they? Nexus. Battlemage. Ooh, okay. Is that a benchmark? No, that's not a benchmark from what I'm seeing, unless it is? Wait, hold up. 1 sec. Is this a benchmark, or is it just... Oh, no, wait. Is this it?
This.
Okay, no, that's them talking about... That's Games Nexus talking about Intel's benchmarks. They have not done benchmark themselves yet.
So
I want to see actual real benchmarks before I trust what they're actually saying. Yeah, no, they don't actually have benchmarks themselves yet.